Time for Brian's top 5 choruses. Okay, so I've picked another dark horse for one of my top 5 so soon. Here's the thing. This is another group from Sweden that's grown in leaps and bounds every time they've hit the stage. Add to this that they've had a lot of stage time over the last year, particularly competing in barbershop, and you've got some good reasons to consider 08 as a contender. The choir-rich tradition of Stockholm, the dedication of these young men, their speed at picking up new musical and performance ideas, their impressive sound for so small a chorus, and their leader Doug Harrington all add up to a formidable competitor. Should anyone count 08 out of the medals? Not unless you're willing to bet against a Harrington competing at international, and history will tell you that's never a wise choice. You can always count on a theatrical performance from Toronto Northern Lights. Or is that the Northern Lights? Doesn't matter. These guys have multiple silver medals against the most intimidating competitors on the barbershop chorus scene. Never one to shy away from a challenge, these guys have the ideas, the guts, and the singing know-how to be able to secure a medal even under the most difficult of circumstances. And that's most certainly the situation in which they find themselves. Regularly an audience favorite, people will always make sure they're in their seats to witness and enjoy a performance from the Northern Lights. Always a delight to hear and watch. Top-notch singing and presentation with musical excellence look no further than the Voices in Harmony, directed by one of the few leaders in barbershop who can simply stand in front of a group and immediately gain more from them than they themselves thought possible. There is something simply magical about watching practically any chorus under the direction of Dr. Greg Line. Constantly demanding improvement from themselves, this group, in their second year of competing at international, mind you, already managed to garner a bronze medal in a top-notch shootout last year. Heck, on a good day with the wind at their backs, the medal could be an even shinier color. You never know what can happen the week of international. Just ask Revival and Fred about Atlanta in 1998. Oops, was that out loud? So the Ambassadors of Harmony managed to outscore the vocal majority in the qualifying round. Does that automatically provide them with a likelihood of overthrowing the legacy of Jim Clancy's vocal majority? No. Does it indicate that these guys have what it takes to do it though? Yeah. The Ambassadors have a top-notch musical team that knows how to win, and they utilize some of the same talent that's won the VM several of their innumerable gold medals. It's going to be a tough choice between these two performances, I'm quite certain, but in the end I have to give the edge to their vociferously marvelous competition. Don't count these guys out by any means though. Look for the Ambassadors of Harmony to come hungry, with an incomparable performance ready to take on the fearsomely devoted and prepared to change our contest paradigm. 11 gold medals, 10 of them consecutive over 30 years. Well, that proves that the vocal majority knows how to challenge themselves time and again to raise the bar on the standard of excellence. Does that guarantee them a gold medal? Well, no, but there's not a man on those risers who doesn't understand that. The dedication and long hours necessary to achieve this level are considered a walk in the park for most any member of the VM, and their musical leadership understands what each member needs to be successful. That's the type of attention and love of the art form that leads to a championship performance. When you're considering the top talents in this field and handicapping their odds, you have to favor the group who has the most practice at challenging their level of musical excellence in order to come in at the top. That's the VM over and over and over